Oh yeah, baby. Manchester Derby tomorrow. Finn, I'm that close from 7,000 videos of about 6 to make. Done. Smash. Tomorrow is the Manchester Derby. So what's it gonna be? Shout out to all them brave people up on that list up there. You know, shout out to Pac-Man. He's going through it at the minute. You know what I mean? Oh shit, Finn. Wait, what? Can you fucking hear me? Over. Finn, have you noticed all the new Dublin people coming in? Finn, can you hear me okay? Shout out to all the new people that have been coming in and out of the channel from Dublin. You know, it's like it's happening. You know, I stayed away from all the conflict. And because of it, my channel didn't get stuck in the mud. Not like Daniel O'Driscoll's from Cork. Hey, I'm more likely to get 7,000 subs than you. You see, I'm original. You know. And I do. I try to be a champion at it. And I try to. I'm very competitive, you know. And here I am on 4,000 4,360. So I'm 540 away from 5,000 subs. How are you, Matthew? Imagine that, right? I started this 2 years ago, and I'm coming to the end of it. It's like I've got 560 subs to hit, and then I've hit me 5k. Hey, I got like what, 168 subs in the last month. Every month my channel has grown. You know why? Because I stayed out of all the bullshit. You know, if you need other men to give you validation, get the fuck out of my life. You know, I've no time for phonies like that. You know, men that blow the smoke up each other's arse. I don't like that. You know, I like somebody to be real with me. You know, and we haven't got enough of that. We should have it in abundance. Yeah, like I said, a few people that used to come in here come in, and I appreciate them. And a few people have made a couple of statements here this week. So here, this is the brave list for the week. So shout out to Pablo, Luke, Finn, Matthew Wright, Spencer McDermott, Mark Richardson, Frank Callahan, Richard Dowling, Glenn Aiken, John Dillon, Andrew Williams, DJ Dublin, Pac-Man, Docs, and Jimmy and Ralph. So, like I said, look, I just put people up there that I get along with, so I know. But you see, a few of them have admitted things to me this week that deserves a pat on the shoulder. You know, tomorrow is the Manchester Derby. Hey, who are you going for? You know, my 11-year-old is a fucking City fan. She fucking hates United. But, yeah, anyway, how are you, Mark? I'm sure your name. Oh, bollocks. Oh, we have a Black Hawk down. We have a Black Hawk down. What are they? Medic! But, so yeah, so let's talk about targets, right? Now, most of my life I've been a fan of hitting them. I failed a lot of targets on a lot of things that I started. I never finished. I was a premature evacuator. You know, every time there was lessons on, I evacuated the building. And I did not listen, you know, because we were children. I am the riddler, not the fiddler, and know this. We have no time for no diddlers. Hey, we have no time for Diddy O'Craig. Okay, it is what it is. I don't like him, he doesn't like me. Fuck him, is the way I see it. And fuck anybody with him that's fucking with him. You can fuck off with him. I'm 5 videos away from hitting me target on me videos. I didn't have to do it. I hit 5,000 videos, but it wasn't enough. It's never enough. Like, if I want, yeah, you have a long time to catch up with me. If you have to do the YouTube watch hours I've done and make the content I've made and the amount of videos that I've made with it, I'd like to apologise to everybody. Shy. Do you know how many I caught? Fucking none. Do you know how many bites I got? None. I'm looking at me rod. I was bottom fishing, yeah, and I had every kind of bait. So I had some worms, some maggots, some bread, some worms, and I mixed it all up in a couple of bait balls, and I dropped it on the location where I was fishing. You know, I had to let that dissolve for about bleeding 10 minutes. It's like, and then it's like I'm watching me rod and I'm like, not today, it's not happening. I didn't even get a fucking bite, you know. But fuck it, I didn't go for the bite. I went out to make content, to hit me target, you know. I started this channel on the 5th of February 2023. If you have a YouTube and you're under 50 subs and you want to have your own channel, are serious about it, add me on Instagram and we'll have a chat. And here, I can help you there. Finn will tell you I can get you easy 50 subs. You know, like, see Finn. Finn's flying. All I ever wanted to do was to see Finn get the 50 subs. And I knew once he got there, there'd be no stopping him. You know, he's nearly on, I think, 900. And if you're not sub to fucking Finn's channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to Matthew Wright's channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to... Here, listen. Don't think I don't notice. I appreciate people that come in here. I don't have to share your shit. You understand? There's loads of channels out there that charge you membership just to get a fucking shout out. You know, hey, we're not far off 5,000 subs. So if you're alright with me, now I don't need to do this, but how about this? There's a few lads that are under 50 subs, yeah? And a few over and shit. And there's some that don't want subs, but here, you see everybody there on that list. Here, brave, humble survivors. Pablo Escobar, Mr. Luke G, Mr. Finn, Mr. Matthew Roy, Lena Saoirse Amo, Spencer McDermott, Mark Richardson, Frank Callahan, Mousy Roy, John Dillon, Glenn Aitken, Richard Dowland, Andrew Williams, DJ Dublin, Pac-Man, Doc77, and Jimmy. And I have loads of lists like that. I have shit everywhere. It's like, you know, decent people. No, bro, listen, I'm the worst fisherman on YouTube. Like, fuck's sake, I'm the worst hairdresser as well. Here, give me a Glock. And I'll show you how good I am at precision shooting. But give me a hairdye and I'll fuck it up. Here, do you know something, right? Here, my phone. This is what happened earlier on. I didn't charge my phone, so I had to end me live. But I didn't even get a buy today. You know, like it's me, yeah, you know, perched or fucking stubborn motherfuckers. So I tried bottom fishing, that didn't work. After me baiting me swims and all, I said, fuck this. I put a big spinner on and I had a few casts out, you know, just to see if any anything big. Hey, Elena hit me. Oh, here, have a guess what? I want to tell you this. You don't have to take no notice of it if you don't want to. But I retrieved me TikTok. Sorry, Lisa. Shout out to fucking Bill Gates in there. Here, Mark Zuckerberg, you better look out. You see my missus? She can get into NASA. Hey, see her for retrieving passwords and shit. See only for Lisa. This channel would have been fucked. Because she remembered all the details. You know what I mean? So shout out to me queen for that. Lena, I've been watching something on Netflix called His and Hers. You know him out of The Punisher. How are you, Vincent? So me and Lisa has watched it. It's 10-10. Proper thing, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Ulster. And fuck the Shankill Road. Joke, Lena. Listen, shout out to all the orange bastards out there, Protestants. Shout out to all the green bastards out there, Catholics. We need to come together. It's called unity. It's called uniting the clans. Lighting the big cans. You know, it's about networking. You know, and a couple of the lads on here have listened to how I grew my channel. Here, I hope one day Finn makes a ton of money off YouTube. I really do. I wish that I wasn't proud, and I wish I didn't have principles and morals, because if the truth be told, here, this has always been about subs. Hello, Mr. Rob Ligg. This has always been about subs, and a lot of YouTube channels got struck along the way. Going back to the days of the cesspit, right? It's like all the channels that were in their circle went in the cesspit or went into that little Scouse Midgets channel, Exposure GV. Yeah. But anyway, fuck him, little Scouse Midget. Justice for the 97 and may they all have a bed in heaven. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to him and your big fucking square head. You know, so, long story short, I started my YouTube journey 8 years ago. on and I was on a couple of channels. I was on the cesspit, and then loads of channels fell out with each other. They got struck. A lot of the channels, a lot of good channels, because they thought they were tough guys, you see, and they wanted to call people names and this, that, and that, and call people's missus names. Do you understand? Insult people's manners. You insult my mother in front of me, I'll take your fucking head off. And I don't fucking care who's with you, because I'm stupid like that. There's three sides of topics on YouTube, the good, the bad, and the fucking ugly. And I fit in two of them categories. You know, I'll let you decide which one I'm on. But this has always been about networking and putting a few people together in this community that I've been part of 8 years has fallen apart. Everybody wants to be a tough guy, but not everybody wants to be accountable for their words and fucking actions. You know, you can't insult a man's wife, and then if he knocks at your door, you're gonna do that. Hello? Is this the police? Oh, here, wait, hang on, sorry. Wrong one. Is this the police? Do you like me state-of-the-art mobile phone? It even has a light on it. You know. Hey. But, nah, listen, so the way I see it is, I'm on the last hurdle in all fairness, you know, and I like to see other channels grow on here, right? But here's the fucking truth, right? I don't blame people for making money off social media. Knock yourself out. But know this. The reason why my channel didn't get stuck in the mud is because I did not put my foot in it. If that makes sense. You have the good side, the bad side, and the cunt side. And I've tried to stay on the good side. I stay out of people's way and let them do them. Because eventually you give people enough rope. And I don't like to use this terminology, but you will choke yourself with that rope eventually. You see, I'm a good ally to have. And as far as I'm aware, somebody done a survey, so 80% of people on YouTube like me and 20% don't. I'll take that. And have a guess what else I'll take? Nearly hitting 3 million people in 2.5 years. That's networking. And guess what? We didn't do it for a carrot. You know what I done it for? I done it for reasons like Finn ringing his mother. I did it for reasons for leaning or ending our fucking life. I did it for reasons. I planted a seed in Raymond's head because he said nobody gave a fuck about him. Even if he was dead, I didn't even know the man. The first day I spoke to him, I said, give me a week. Let me help you. Let me introduce you to some of the community. I had a few groups here and there. I put loads of different people together with the same illnesses. And it was harmony. But you get some people that want to destroy that. You know, with lies. That make up lies about you. You know, I've wanted to call a couple of people out in this community a long time and just punch fuck out of them. But I'm a granddad. I can't be acting that way. Because I'm accountable for my words and actions. And I've got complex PTSD. I have psychosis and survivor's guilt. And I'm on a lot of meds. So when I trigger, it's very hard. Like a lot of people, I'll be honest with you, you know what? You know, the sad thing about YouTube is, right, there's a lot of good lads on here that get sucked into bullshit, you know, and then it's like a dick measuring contest. It's a pissing contest. You know, like, that's fucking juvenile behaviour. You know, playground behaviour. You know, you insult someone's ma in Ballyfermot, mate, you're fucking asking for trouble. Mate, all the pricks that I've dealt with on here over the years, all the sausages that I put in that place, even if I don't like them, I'd never insult their ma. You know, that's just a man thing. I'm not going to insult nobody's ma. You know, it's like, and like I said, Jude McDonald's my name and Eringa Bra. And if you don't fucking like it here, fuck you up there. But, give me a second. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me see. So, like I said, we have 3 kind of cunts on this community. Take me back to Ballyer in the 80s. Just a bit of rope, a plastic bag, and a few potato skins to catch horses. And then one day, me and Darren Kershaw went up to get Half Moon, the biggest stallion at the time in Ballyfermot. I was about 12. Darren Kershaw was about 12. So we went up. Daddy had loads of horses. Now, all my friends remember this horse. It was called Half Moon, right? It was like Black Beauty with a white C on its forehead. So they named the Half Moon because that's what it looked like, right? Hey, none of that propaganda shit in here. Hey, fucking hell, you'd start a riot, you, Lena, back in the fucking H blocks. So me and me mate went up to catch this horse, right? But when we went up, he wasn't straight down, right? Now check this out, right? He seen me coming. I had a rope behind me back walking towards him. Do you know what he did? He done that, look. Like that, and ran at me. And I had to dive out of the way. I had to hide underneath a bush. This horse grabbed me by the big teeth, yanked me out, right? Me mate tried to jump on its back. He booted me mate off and bolted. You know, like his daddy's prize stallion. We chased it across the railway line. It could have been hit by a train. Anyway, this fucking horse, mate, he bit me twice on the same day. Me mate's that stallion, Half Moon. Like, if you're from Ballyfermot, you'd know this family. They had a few horses. I never had a horse, yeah. I was just on a lot of them, because a lot of me mates had them, you know. And we didn't need a bridle, a saddle, or a harness, all that shit. All you need is a rope to make a bit and a head halter and yank the head off him. But this thing ran at me and hit me and it fucking sent me flying. It grabbed me out of a garden. I even tried to hide in a garden. It ran up and over the garden, stuck his big fucking horse head over the garden, grabbed me and threw me over like I was a pillow. You know, it's like, and then we nearly killed it. So we, oh, don't do this, guys. Listen, it's happened again. Let me get my battery. Hang on, it's happened again. Don't do this. That, my phone just died. Well, I was about to die. Bollocks. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Just give me a second, hang on. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So, the plan is, listen, the plan is, I've got 540 subs to get, and I'll hit 5k, and I feel elated because I'm in the home stretch. I'm at the last hurdle. You know, 500 subs here. I'll eat them up in a couple of months. Now, I want to, before here, I'll be leaving very soon, right? So, if you're not sub to my TikTok of about 2,800 followers on it, I want you just to add it, just in case. Okay. Like I said, slowly I've been building them up, you know what I mean? It's like, me fucking 11-year-old has more followers on TikTok. She's got 4,000. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing on TikTok? You know. Shout out to you, bro, Mr. O'Connor. But listen to me, right? I'd like to shout out to somebody today who deserves a shout out, being Pac-Man. What he disclosed in my life, he shared with everybody, you know, and I was over the moon. That's my reward. Like I said, the rewards I get off here. I've made a few friends on here. I've befriended Finn. I've befriended Lena. And they've listened to me. And when I first come on here, like, I was way out of my depth. I didn't understand how YouTube worked, and people knew shit about me back home, what I did and what I did allegedly and didn't do allegedly. But then somebody come on YouTube and told you half a story, that half was true and half wasn't. And then I met that person face to face in my garden. How about this for a fucking rude awakening? Me phone's vibrating. I see a message from PD of everybody. Yeah, he texts me, he goes, I've just touched down in Manchester, I'm looking for you. I give him my address. I said, are you? Here, come see me. There's my address. He turned up in a black cab, 15 minutes, in a three-piece suit, looking like he was going to a fucking wedding. I said, what are you doing with all them cases? He's like, I'm going to America. I said, you're going to America and you come to see me first before you say goodbye? I was like, oh, I didn't know you had a heart, PD. He come on his own and shook my hand and looked me in the eye and apologised to me, you know, because he was told a load of lies by a fucking scumbag rat bastard who can't go back to Ballier. Here, see me? I can go back to my old ends. No problem, you know way. There's never ever been a problem with me. You know. Hey, I'm well. if you can't go home to your old housing estate, you must have done something really bad. You know, everybody in Ballyer's always asking me, Jude, when are you coming home? Come up and see us. We'll make a bit of content up at the Red Wall. Go on a reministic one. You know, that kind of vibe. But like I said, listen, I'm gonna, like I said, this week, it's like I take notice of certain things, right? So there's a few people up there, right, that have admitted certain things this week, yeah? And it takes real and nobility to say to the world, you know what? My name is Tina Turner. Sorry, my name is whoever. And I used to be an addict. I used to be an alcoholic. And that's how you can grow, because you have to identify a threat. And then when you identify it, you have to neutralize it. And you have to have discipline and longevity. You know, it's like recovery is recovery for a reason. Nobody's perfect, but there's too many cunts on YouTube pointing fingers at people in the community who've come on my channel and admitted some of their flaws, and the same people are going out putting cocaine up their fucking nose at the weekend, and you have the audacity to come in and insult some of my mods. You understand? Who the fuck are you? Like, are you perfect, are you? Do you understand? I've no time for that. You know, you should be applauding people like that come into my live and say, you know what? My name is Pac-Man. I'm fucking 5 days off the juice. And he's still walking, doing his thing while he's detoxing. That's legendary behaviour. That's what you call parliamentary procedure. Fucking annoying me, you know what I mean? Shout out to Pac-Man for that. You know, hang on a minute. I'm gonna end me live on this. 1 second. But anyway, shout out to Pac-Man, you know, for being so brave. Shout out to Andrew Williams for yesterday for being brave. If you come into my live and insult anybody because they're trying to change their life, you know, they're fucking addicts and they're ex-addicts, and listen, the only person that can judge anybody is God. Your shite doesn't smell the roses, and everybody's got a fucking arsehole. You know what I mean? But anyway, here, I'm gonna end on this. Manchester Derby tomorrow. What is your prediction before I go? Hey, what's your prediction before I go, you motherfucker? How so? We out. Guys, thanks for coming in. Listen, do me a favour, yeah? So, I want to get this straight, right? So, 540 subs to get, right? Now I'm going to ask for your help. I've done this on my own up to now. And now I need one last push. And all I'm going to ask you to do is share my content. Mark Richardson, I noticed you're on 1920 subs. Do you reckon you could do a YouTube channel, bro? Because you're only 31 subs away from going live yourself, right? Yeah, like I said, listen, I like all fans from all over the place because I'm doing something, right? I'm not going to go into it. I'd fuck up a picnic, yeah? But next week, I'm going to try do it. So I know my plan is next weekend. I'm taking my son to meet, well, I'm taking my son to me mum's and we're staying for the weekend. So I got Tom for 2 days next weekend. So while I'm down there, I might go over with to the Etihad. My 11-year-old daughter's a big Man City fan. I think she did it to spite me. You know, all our family are Blues. So I said, tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ring you when we score. She said, don't you mean I'm going to ring you when Haaland scores 2 hat-tricks? You know, I was like, yeah, I thought you loved me. She said, yeah, but I do that. I hate Man United. Right, guys, that's me half an hour. I'd like to thank you all for coming in. And like I said, look at one last push, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my TikTok in the description of this live or in the next short that I make. I'll put the link for my TikTok in there. I nearly have 3,000, you know, so I've 540 subs to get. And I'm trying to get it before Paddy's Day, right? You know, so yeah, shout out to Paddy's Day. And I am not a gay, but I am away. But I am here, and I will say, I like music, I like art. Fuck you on your face, we're here to take part.